Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jennifer Ngumalo. I do hope that you join us by clicking that red subscribe button on the bottom. And also, if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up because it does help with the YouTube algorithm. And also, compliments to the new year. If you haven't seen my previous video, compliments to the new year, I hope that you started the year well and that you are going to have a great year ahead. And so on today's video, we're going to be doing part two of, not even part two, we're going to be doing another video regarding my planning sessions. So I decided to break my videos up into 3 videos because I figured if I do everything in one video, it's just gonna be too much, it's gonna be too long, and ain't nobody got time for that. So I broke it down. So the first video that you saw, if you didn't see it, you can go check it out. It's actually about my financial goals for 2023, and I felt like because this channel is about financial content, career growth content, and lifestyle, it was fitting to have financial content standing on its own. And so on today's video, we're going to be doing the 2023 reset. Now what we're going to be looking at on the 2023 reset is basically just looking at my goals for 2023, the goals that I've set for myself. We're not going to go a lot deep on the financial goals because I did a separate video on that, but we're going to look at the rest of my goals, the system that I'm going to be taking to make sure that I actually achieve my goals, if not all of them, but some of them. And then we're also going to be looking at my vision board, which I did it on my phone, but I didn't put here, but we'll see how I finesse that. So what you saw on the beginning of the video was me taking you through setting up my bullet journal. So let's first talk about my journal right here. Isn't she a beauty? She is very masculine, but that's also some of the things that I like. She's just beautiful. She's just beautiful. So I actually bought this at Takealot. I bought this at Takealot. Now I was contemplating between continuing with my last year bullet journal, which you guys know because I used it the entire year last year. But then when I started planning on it, it wasn't giving me the vibes of it's a new year, fresh start, let's get going and achieve these goals. It just didn't give me the motivation I needed. So I kept looking for a journal, kept looking for a bullet journal online that was affordable, and I couldn't find any, guys. This bullet journal that I have in here was about 300 and something, and the cover came with another journal which is lined inside, and that was 400 and something. So altogether 300 and something, 400 and something. That is how I got to have this. So I had to finesse my way around it. So as I said, the journal that is in here, it's not what came with the cover. So just in case you wanted, it's not what came with this cover. I showed you the flip through of my bullet journal at the beginning of this video, so we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go straight into the video. Before we get into our 2023 planning, I think that it's important for us to actually go through the 2022 goals and see what did we achieve, what we didn't achieve, and all the stuff. So this was part of the insert for the other journal, so I took it out because I wanted to use the cover, which I ended up not using. So this is what it looked like last year, very minimal. This year I tried to push myself because I'm really trying to make sure that I do things that make me happy, and anything artsy makes me happy. So these were my goals for last year. When I'm looking at my goals for last year and the way that I went about setting my goals for this year, totally different. And I feel like it's 2 different people with 2 different intentions. Last year, I don't think I was as intentional when I was setting my goals. I feel like I was setting goals because I just felt like, okay, you have to set goals. But I've realized that it's actually very important to set goals for the year and have an intention. And especially because I have a lot of things that I need to work on. So it's important for me to be very intentional. But let's just go through the goals for 2022. So I had 2 categories. I had personal goals and financial goals. So for personal goals, I wanted to start and continue exercising. I started exercising, but did I really continue exercising? I continued, but I just lagged off. Okay, get my teeth cleaned. Now this is something that, guys, I didn't used to do. I didn't used to do this every year. Actually, I'm not supposed to do it every year. I'm supposed to do it every 6 months. And I didn't used to do this before. The only time I'll go to a dentist is if I have a problem. So I did that. I'm going to tick that out. build a capsule wardrobe. I would say that my wardrobe right now is at the stage where I want it to be. I don't want a lot of items. I don't want a lot of things. I want it to be easy for me to pick out things, you know, because sometimes when you have too many things, you get confused. So I'm gonna tick that, and I did do a video of me clearing out my wardrobe and just setting it up. So I'm gonna tick that and then start meditating again. I did not do this at all, so I'm not gonna tick that. And this year we really have to get on that wagon. Write and file up my will with FNB. I didn't do that. We have to do that this year. And then shift my salary from Capitec and FNB. Why did I want to do this? I don't remember. I think when I get to a point whereby I'm like, okay, I understand why I want to shift it from, I feel like there's something here. Once I understand why I want to shift my salary from Capitec to FNB, then I'll do it. Right now, I don't understand why I would do that. There isn't anything that is like pushing me to do that. Reach 5,000 subscribers by December 2022. We did that, and I'm so grateful to each and every one of you that has joined my family, that has joined my little corner of the internet. I really appreciate it. You guys have really made it worth, like, you make it interesting for me to keep creating content. I really appreciate the love and support. The last part of my personal goals is to be monetized on YouTube. I remember my first pay was around 3,000 something, and the reason why it was 3,000 something is because it took a long time for me to work towards the 1,000. When I did, it took a long time for me to receive my PIN. And so the money kept accumulating. So the first pay had to be higher for that reason. The ones in between were around 1,000 something, and then the last one was around 2,000 something. So that is it regarding the pay, regarding you pay for YouTube. I'm really grateful for that money though. Like, honestly, you're not, I'm not gonna pick it on the floor, you know. So I'm really grateful that I was able to make that much. And then let's get into my financial goals. So my financial goals was to pay off my Capitec credit card by May. I did this, and I'm so proud of myself. And what I'm so proud of more than anything is that I didn't just pay off my credit card here. The goal was to just pay off one of my credit card last year, but I actually paid off all my credit cards last year. So the Capitec credit card and the FNB credit card, and I actually closed them. So as we speak, when I'm doing my budgets, I have no debts. The only debts that I have under my name is actually, because I even checked my credit record by the way, guys, last year in December. So the only thing that I have is my bond and my NSFAS. So, but however, when you go to my credit record, the only thing that shows is my bond. NSFAS doesn't show because it doesn't count as debt. They don't record it with the bureau, and so they will never blacklist you for owing them and not paying them. But however, I am paying them, but it goes off on my salary. By the time my salary comes to me, I'm no longer thinking I'm not paying for the bond and I'm not paying for NSFAS. It's already taken out. So those are the two things that I have under my name when it comes to debt. And I'm honestly grateful that I've actually come this far when it comes to my finances. It didn't happen overnight. It had to be work that I had to put in, intention and dedication to know that, okay, I didn't want this for myself, and actually work towards it. Then another one is to save a minimum of 45,000 for building. And I think we did this because by the time we we did reach 45,000. However, we had to withdraw some money along the way. Not even along the way, sometime close to the end of the year, we also had to do things at home. And so yada. So it actually brought it down substantially, but we did reach that 45. Build rentals at home, we didn't do that. Buy a couch, I didn't do that. However, what I did, I had to think, guys, because I have big things that I wanted, big items that I wanted. I wanted a couch, I wanted a bed, I wanted a fridge. So I had to think which one was more important, which one was really like irritating me, like that I needed to buy. And so I had to choose couch or bed, and I had to decide on a bed because I need to have a good night's sleep, wake up feeling fresh. And so I'm not gonna mark this as buying a couch, but I will write here that I did buy a bed instead. Fill in my benefit, no, I didn't do that. Fill in for my pension, no, I didn't do this. I didn't do this. and I honestly have to be intentional about this because this is not cool. And then last one is renovate my house. I did renovate my house last year. I actually did big things in my house. So one of the things was to change the flooring. So I changed the entire flooring of the house. It looks so beautiful now. It looks brighter. I also plastered some of the walls because it has exposed brick, but I plastered majority of the walls. And then what I also did was I changed my bathroom. I renovated. One thing that got a big transformation is my bathroom. So my bathroom got a big transformation. You guys have seen that video here. So I renovated my bathroom. It looks so beautiful. It's just beautiful in there. I love it. I love it. So those are the goals that I set for myself. So now let us get into our 2023 goals. My word for this year is healing. I just want to focus on healing. I focused on achieving, doing this and that, but I've never really focused on me. And this year I want to focus on me. I want to focus on healing myself in all aspects of myself, which I might not share here, but I really want to focus on healing this year. I want to focus on filling my cup, making sure that my cup is full so that when I pour into others, my cup is overflowing always, but also that when I pour into others, I don't feel depleted. So that is what I want to focus on this year. So some of the things that I want to do. So how I broke my goal was, what I did was I have categories, like financial, personal, social, career. However, within that, I then have goals. So for financial, I did share that I want to save this amount by end of the year. I want to start investing, and then for personal, I only have one goal under personal. But then what I did was in that goal, which is to prioritize healing and pouring into myself, I then broke it down into strategies, or basically habits and things that I need to do to make sure that I achieve my goals. And the reason why I did that is because I actually was listening to the 12-week year, and it really inspired me to change the way that I actually go about setting my goals, making sure that there's intention behind setting my goals, and that it's not just open-ended things that have no strategy behind it, because then how will I work towards it? So last year when I looked at my goals, it was more so intentions rather than goals. But this year it's some are intentions, some of them are very specific, so they are goal oriented. But then more than that, it comes with strategies, things that I can measure. So one of the things is for my personal goals is some of the strategies is to continue with therapy. Now I don't think I'm going to go to therapy every month. As I said, my resources are stretched very thin right now, but we'll see if YouTube actually comes through with the pay, then we can do this every month. I also want to journal weekly. I haven't been journaling in a while, and not journaling just to pour my thoughts, but also journaling in a way that I'm grateful. I show gratitude. I used to be very big on that, to journal every day, just to be grateful, to say I'm grateful for this and this and this, So I need to get back to that. I need to move my body daily. I need to meditate. Meditate was a very big part of my life, and it centered me. And I've missed it. And it showed with the way that my life was last year personally, that I need to ground myself. So that's what I'm going to do. I also want to do something for me, which is like maybe I can book a facial or a massage, but then that's not going to be every month for sure. It's not going to be every month, but once in 3 months, I want to do something like that. And I also want to do solo dates. I've never done a solo date. I don't know how I'm going to do it, because I can't just leave my daughter here alone, but I'll figure my way around it. I'm not going to make excuses. If an opportunity arises where I can have a solo date, I'm going to take it. So the next category is social media goals. And under social media goals, I've got 3 goals. One of them is to reach 20,000 subscribers by the end of this year on YouTube. One of them is to earn over 5,000 per month on YouTube. And one of them is to grow my Instagram account to 10,000 followers. I don't know if that one is possible, but then we're going to keep it there. So for social media goals, under the first one, which is to reach 20,000 subscribers. Guys, I'm very intentional about that. I really want to reach 20,000 subscribers. And I do think that we can do that. We can actually achieve this. I just have to put in the work. And not even the work, because when it comes to YouTube, it's one thing that I've really been putting in the work. I just need to continue putting in the work, you know. So I've broken down the things that I have to do to make sure that I reach that. And that's actually how I'm also going to measure myself. And then when it comes to earning over 5,000 per month on YouTube, I also broke it down into things that I can do to actually make sure that eventually I reach this. Now, I don't mean that as from now, I want to be able to earn 5,000, but I want to work my way towards that by the end of this year, I should have months whereby I've earned over 5,000 per month. That is my goal. And then the last one is career goals. Career growth goals. I actually want to get a formal promotion. Now, last year I did get some sort of a promotion, but it's an acting promotion, which means that eventually it's going to stop, you know, and sometime this year, I don't know when it's going to stop, but I would love to actually get a permanent promotion, and at a level that I want. So I'm very specific that, okay, this is the job that I want at this level that I want it. I don't want it at the current level that I'm in. I want it at the normal level that it's supposed to be in, because it means more money. So I actually put things there that I'm going to be doing to make sure that I actually achieve this. So that is how I'm planning to achieve my goals. And then I have this goal grid right here. So this goal grid right here breaks my goals down from a year to 6 months to 3 months to monthly and to daily. Things that I can be doing to make sure that I actually achieve my goals and be able to measure myself. And then at the end, I've got review where I can sit down and write my review. Let's say maybe after every month, I can sit down and say, what did I achieve in that month? After 6 months, I can write down, after a year, what did I achieve? So that is how I'm going to be measuring myself. But more so, this is going to allow me that every time when I'm doing my monthly reset, I'm able to look, okay, in this month, what am I supposed to be working on? What are my targets? Then I take those, I make them my goals for the month. So that is why I needed to do this. This is giving me a full view of how I am intending to work towards my goal. So I'm going to give you an example of this goal grid so that if you want to actually implement this in your goal setting, you will get a view of what I did. I also didn't come up with this. I saw this somewhere on YouTube and I've forgotten where. I spend a lot of time on YouTube learning such that sometimes I forget where I got things, but I got it on YouTube. I didn't invent this. So for financial goals, one of my goals is to save over 80,000 by end of 2023. And then how I broke my grid down is to have 6 months, 3 months, monthly and daily. So for 6 months, how I'm going to measure it is this here I've written that to have saved up an amount of 53,260 by June. So I've put down a target that in 6 months, I should have saved this much. And then in 3 months, I said I should have saved 20,000 to save 20,000 by March. So that is 3 months from now, I should have saved 20,000. Monthly, save an amount of 6,700. Now this gives me a good idea for the monthly one. Then what I do is when I do my monthly reset, when I do my monthly goals, I actually take this monthly one and I said, okay, this month, this is how much I want to save. And I put that as a goal. And then so as I'm going in the month and I'm saving, I'm doing that stuff, I then want to come at the end of the month and see, did I actually save this amount that I intended to save? Because if I can save 6,700 every month leading up to December, then I'll be able to reach my 80,000. So that is how I broke it down. For daily, there is nothing because I get paid in a month. Another thing that I have here is my savings and expense tracker. So how I then went about it to make sure that I actually work towards my financial goals is I'm going to be tracking my savings. So how I broke them down, because I'm using the 12-week year, which is focusing on the 12 weeks, focusing on 12 weeks and not the year, is I broke down my savings into 3 months. So I'm going to focus on January, February, March. So the first 3 months, second 3 months, third 3 months, and the fourth, basically 4 quarters. And then I'm going to make sure that I see how is my progress in these 12 weeks. And then I wrote all my type of savings that I'm going to have, including my investing, because my goal is to make sure that I see how is my progress and if there's somewhere that I need to improve. For my expenses, I just wrote this so that I can just track how are my expenses changing, especially like for my water and rates and levies. It'll be nice to see how is it changing on the month-to-month basis, you know. And then the last part of my planning is my habit and my YouTube tracker. So we'll start with my YouTube tracker. So for my YouTube tracker, I want to track how many subscribers I get on each month, and then so that we can see if we can eventually work towards the 20,000 subscribers that we set for ourselves. And then I also write, it's also going to be a page whereby I write my YouTube video ideas. And then for my habits, I also want to be very intentional with my habits. Now, my habits are different from goals. I remember last year that I used to say my habits monthly, I want to drink water, I want to read a book, this, that, you know. And those are not goals, they're habits, they're intentions. And so I wanted to differentiate them this year. So one of my habits here is waking up at 4:45 on weekdays. Now, I know why I have to wake up at 4:45. If I really want to pour into myself and do things that are going to fulfill me, be in the morning, then I need to set time for them. And I know how much time I need. So that is why I set that time there, and I would like to work towards that. I would like to actually do that every day, weekday. And then I also want to actually improve my time when it comes to getting to work. Just make sure that I get to work early so that I can be able to leave early. Some of the habits that I also want to put in here is being in contact with my family and the friends that I want to keep in my life. So being intentional about calling. Guys, I'm just one of those people that is just horrible when it comes to calling people. And so I really want to be intentional about calling people, calling my family members, calling my friends, you know. And also treating people the way that I would like to be treated. That is it when it comes to my goal setting. My goal setting and my bullet journal setup. And I want to actually, let me close my journal. I also want to include my vision board here. I want to show you how I did my vision board. So I'm going to have my vision board on my phone. I already put it on my phone as a screensaver. I'm also going to put it on my iPad, and then I also want to put it on my laptop for work so that I consistently see it. So I did my vision board on Canva. I just feel like it's just very easy to do it on Canva. So I did it on Canva. So some of the things that are, as I said, my word for the year is healing, and I put it there. I also wanted to put the 20,000 subscribers there in bold. And then I also put self-care there. I want to prioritize focusing on myself, healing myself, pouring into myself. So guys, one of the things that I just want to do more often is just pamper myself, you know, and not pampering myself like, you know, every month and all the stuff, but just pampering myself. As I said, that I want to do a facial once in 3 months or do a massage once in 3 months. I want to eat more cleaner and more healthier. And I tried this and I enjoyed it last year. I just need to focus my attention on it again. And then for YouTube, I still want to work on buying a camera, but YouTube has to actually come through when it comes to this so that I can be able to do this. And then I also want a life of abundance. You know, when it comes to money, I want more travel and promotion. I've put it in there. I want a promotion. And then I also want to focus on my household. So I want to do my bedroom, and I've got items already for things to just, you know, I still need some items, but I want to do my bedroom. I want to do my living room. So I put pictures here that just inspires me. And I also put a photo of my family in here. These are photos that when I look at, they bring something in me, you know. So I wanted to make sure that I put them in there. So in terms of the pictures that I have here, some of the pictures that I have here, I got them here on Canva because Canva has a plethora of photos. So majority of them, I got them on Canva. And then some of the pictures I took from Pinterest. So you can just use, but on Canva, as I said, you get everything that you need. So majority of the photos that I have in here, they're actually from Canva itself. I didn't have to go on Pinterest and take pictures there and all the stuff. I think the one that I did was the living room and the bedroom. Those are pictures that I took from Pinterest. But it's very easy to do your vision board. You don't have to overthink it. Just go on Canva. Canva is free. If you want the paid version one, you can do that, but the paid version one is when you want to remove backgrounds and all that other stuff. But the free version one, you can get to do a lot of things with them. So when you go on your Canva, you can be able to actually create this. So I also have a resized one for my phone, which I've put on my phone, and then this one is going to go on my iPad. It's also going to go on my computer. So that is it when it comes to my vision board, things that I actually want to achieve this year and work on. Now obviously these are things that I also want to be working on even beyond this. It doesn't mean that just because I put it on this year, then it's like confined to this year. That is why my vision board doesn't have a year. It doesn't have 2023, because I just feel like life is fluid and it's not stuck in a year. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that it was inspirational and it sparked interest in you to actually work on your goals. Until I see you on the next one, please take care and stay safe. Bye.